Listen, listen. I know this is a special live tonight, and we got some things to cover. Got some things to really talk about. Adam Shelton, the captain here. And you probably read on Twitter or on YouTube, crypto is not dead. Yes, we've been going through a lot of, I will say, challenges, to be nicely, to be blunt. We've had some disappointment with FTX. We've had some issues with bankruptcy, with BlockFi. We've had people that scam people in terms of that. We've had some challenges. I mean, Bitcoin, we've seen somebody, withdraw so much money from Bitcoin, moving it to an unknown wallet. We've had people put money back in Bitcoin from an unknown wallet. But let me tell you something. I was doing some research, and what's going on, everybody? The captain here. What's up? What's up, everybody? Come on in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now, here's the thing. I went back and I looked at Shiba and Doge. I know, that they are a little different. I did a poll question on Twitter just about a few minutes ago, and I said, will we have another project that can produce those type of numbers? Will we ever have one there? And the thing about it, though, is we've got a lot of nice projects out there. We do. But think about what made Shiba and Doge different from other projects. And one thing that keeps coming back to me is the hype. Shiba and Doge didn't have any utility. They just had community. And think about it. They didn't have a big community in the beginning. I was around the Shiba. It was a small community before it blew up. It was a smaller community, obviously. No utility. It was, they got laughed at a lot, but the hype was high. Dogecoin, obviously, we got Elon Musk tweets, really, really hyped up Dogecoin. And when I'm seeing people saying crypto's dead, anything like that, all it takes is hype again, excitement, trust, And what got you into a certain project? And Yantra and Fun and Pyro, all those are true burn tokens. And I've talked about all three of them. And great concept on all three of them. All three of them, good concept. But one thing I keep going back to is hype. Shiba had the hype. They didn't have the utility. They didn't ask about who is the dev. They didn't have any type of roadmap. There wasn't even a roadmap. Dogecoin still to this day. What is their roadmap? Still like 6 billion market cap. Let me go check it out. Let me check it out. I know Elon had a lot to do with it, but still, it's still at a $13 billion market cap, guys. Now, here's the thing. People could have sold out of that. Yes, I know. $13 billion market cap right now. Dogecoin, no utility. You don't know the dev. You don't know the roadmap. Look at their website. I was just looking at this earlier. This is one reason why I don't think crypto is dead. Because $13 billion market cap over nothing. Tweets, hype. I go to their website and it's really not much there. In fact, there's better websites of newer projects and existing projects than Dogecoin. Go check out Dogecoin. There's not much there. I just looked at the website. You want to look at it together? Let's look at it together. Let's look at this together. Yeah, let's look at this together. And I just want to share with you. Yes, we've had issues out there, but I mean, the most simplest thing can just blow up. Look at this, Dogecoin. Look at this. What is Dogecoin? What is this? Nothing. It doesn't even show. It still says, what is Dogecoin? All right. It still says that. It says their Twitter, Reddit, Dogecoin. Look at this. Dogecoin has no utility. It's a $13 billion market cap. Dogecoin has no developers. It's telling you a whale holds nearly 30% of the supply. And hold on. I don't think that's true. A common source in reality, many top Doge. I think I don't think that's, let me read that. A whale nearly 30%. Is this true? No, I think there's multiple whales that owns that 30%. That's just my opinion. It's because of Elon Musk, Why? See, one, absolutely. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. They have nothing. Nothing. So all this saying you need to have a dev behind things, a roadmap, a utility. What else is the common things out there? I need to have KYC, Dogecoin. You don't know. $13 billion market cap. Now you're probably thinking, well, Elon tweeted. Yes, he did. But here's the thing, guys. People could have sold out of it. They could have left. And they did. Some people did, but some people stayed. Dogecoin literally stayed. No way I will put money into that. But $13 billion market cap, I'm not telling you to buy anything. I'm just saying that crypto is not dead. When you have meme coins and when you have projects that's really nothing and money just sitting there. Yes, we've had hard times, but I don't think it's dead. I do feel that we're going to get another hype, exciting project out there that could do crazy numbers. And think about this, guys. When Dogecoin and Shiba hit, it caught a lot of us off guard. We didn't see it coming. We did not see it come. Some of us did. I saw it in the middle of Shiba. I was in kind of the beginning. I'm like, this thing could be something. This thing could be something. I was kind of in the beginning of it, and I saw Dogecoin towards the middle of it. There will be one or two that can do those type of numbers, guys. And it's going to show up. It's just going to be boom. It's just going to show up and smack us in the face. I'm telling you. Because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, could we ever see that again? And I went back. Okay, let's go ahead and go to let's go to Shiba. Okay, we seen Doge, and I know that these are different type of projects. I know they're different. I know, yes, we may not ever see a Shiba and Dogecoin again. I think we can see some hype similar to it through projects or projects with the S. I think we could see at some point, we can see that type of hype. So look at Shiba, $5 billion market cap. Guys, to this day, what really is Shiba? Like, there is more. All right. There is more projects that's working their tails off, have roadmap, utility, and, shout out to all the devs and the community that's working. Shiba's kind of like, well, we'll just put an update here and there. Because they understand, they don't really have to, they're thinking in a totally different line. But one thing that Shiba and Doge have, they had the hype. And of course, the tweets with Elon with Doge. But they gathered the hype. Now, some people are saying it's saturated. It's not. When you can deliver the hype and excitement and get that community to really believe in you, you can soar above everybody else. Yes, there's a lot of projects out there. There's a lot of projects that won't make it. Just to be honest with you, a lot of them won't make it. However, there's going to be some that can deliver that hype, and they can get that. This is the time to, what's going on worldwide crypto? This is the time for legit projects to build. I do agree. This is the time to build that. But you're always going to have one or two out there that's just going to steal the attention. You just are. You're going to be like, why in the hell did I buy this? Yes, this is the time to build. So if you're a project, a dev, a community, stay in that project and build your community, build your utility, and build the actually faith and the confidence to the investors and new and existing investors. Yes, I'm just saying you're still going to have that 1, 2, 3, whatever project that steals the thunder. You're going to have that. You're just going to have it. And what's going to happen? That may help other projects start getting excited. Because remember, Dogecoin, Shiba kind of helped started some of this whole, I'm going to buy crypto, I'm going to hold in my wallet, all this. They kind of helped started it. Obviously, Elon Musk did have a lot to do with it, with the tweets and all that stuff. I do agree with that. But listen, no, I'm not saying you to buy all memes. I'm just letting you know there will be a project or two that will steal that attention and it will get other people to go ahead and do that as well. And there's going to be stuff that don't make it. Yes, Strange did make it. I get all that. Investors are getting smarter than before. Thank you guys, YouTubers. Absolutely. I'm just telling you, it's going to do it. And it's going to be without YouTubers. This ain't about that, guys. Shiba basically didn't, like, they only had a few people talking about it, and then boom, it just got it. It got the hype. And then that's when you have more people talking about it, and it brought the hype. It just does. It really, really does. So I'm just saying this is that, yes, you want to build. You want to learn how to trade. Yes. You want to find the gems. Yes. You want the dollar cost average. Yes. You definitely want to be able to, do your research. This is the time to do your research. I'm just saying, listen, there will be one or two projects that says you're just going to get it. You're just going to get it. And you're going to be like, listen, it's just too much hype. You're just going to go ahead and grab it. I'm just telling you. And that's how Shiba, because Shiba had nothing. Shiba and Dogecoin has nothing. Nothing. Look at this, $5 billion market cap. And you're sitting there like, yeah, you got the Shibarian and Shiba Swap, but how many people are using the Shiba Swap right now? I'll hold. What's going on in the crypto shop? What's going on? I appreciate everything you do. Absolutely. Yes. Bro, I've been holding SHIB for 500 days now. I'm happy, waiting for it to explode. Absolutely. That's good, man. But think about this on SHIB. Let me just keep it real. How many people use the Shiba Swap on a normal basis? I'm talking about right now. Are there better utilities versus the Shiba Swap right now? Is there a better utility from other projects that's better than Shiba Swap? I'll hold. I'm going to go ahead and answer yes. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. Isn't that the same hype? An example is what's wrong with crypto when top projects have no utility. Listen, I think that, yes, I think you definitely need to have projects that's building not only the community utility, they're definitely giving you that information and teaching you how to use crypto, how to deal with the ups and downs. I really think crypto is a problem with the emotions. Emotions is a big problem with it, and I think because a lot of people got burned, a lot of people is definitely are scared to lose money. Because a lot of people were buying the project and they sell within an hour because they're afraid to lose. I mean, you can't win. Listen, you can't get the gains if you're just afraid. Don't get into it. If you're afraid, I would say do not get into it. Build your mindset up, build your trading skills up, build your investing skills back up. Don't do all that because that's the worst type of thing. You're just going ahead and doing that. Yep. Built on hype and represent the start of an era. It did. It will be exception to the rule moving forward. It will. Yes, I agree. It will be an exception. It will. And I sat there and I thought, and I was doing my research, and I'm looking at some solid project, good utility, good foundation. They just need to keep going and don't get distracted. Because a lot of projects, they get greedy. Some people get greedy, or you got the dev team that gets greedy. I'm not naming anybody, absolutely, but they lose the whole purpose of why they decided to build a project. It's like building a business, like starting a business. And a lot of times you get distracted in terms of like, what are the actually goals here? We want to build this for the next 10 years, but end up being 2 months, 3 months. That's what end up being because something happens and whatever. So it's hard as hell to start a project right now. I will agree. It's definitely a challenge. There's a lot of FUD out there. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of people that just looking to get in, get out. So you're going to have to do a lot of things about educating your community and your project. You probably need to go ahead and do some woosah or I actually think that in a project now, they need to work on the community emotion. It needs to be a lot more, I would say, not just teaching, but instructing how to deal with the emotion side of crypto. I really do, man. I do, because I see it all the time. Solid projects just goes down, and not because of the fundamentals. Sometimes it's just, investors get scared, or maybe the dev is just not doing the right thing and they just kind of freak out. The emotion side of it is definitely something that needs to change. But I agree with you that SHIB was built on hype, But I do think that you're going to have another one or two projects that's just going to have a little bit of a hype. And I think people are going to run towards there. But I do think that projects should work on building the solid fundamentals and teaching people the right way and teaching them about crypto as a whole. And so I think now if I'm a project holder, you got to do things differently. You have to be instructing people about the psychology of crypto, the psychology of trading, psychology of investing, the psychology of researching. It has to go even deeper now. I'm just saying you're going to have a type hype. I mean, I don't write the rules. I ain't writing the rules. I'm just saying you're just going to have that because I feel like I just think it's coming. But I do think what's also coming is going to be clarity of crypto, and it's going to be projects out there that are doing the right thing. And that's going to really win the current investor and new investors. And it's going to start doing that. You got to have projects out there also to be able to attract the everyday person. I remember, guys, when I got into Shiba, it's early on. Some of you guys may already know. I had neighbors that never heard crypto. They just never heard of it. And I'm sitting there thinking like, wow. I mean, this is the time Shiba was going up. And I'm like, the everyday worker are not talking in the water cooler at work about crypto. Now, some maybe now because of all the negativity in crypto, it's going to be the projects can win over the everyday person. Can they win it over? Shiba did it with the hype. I get it. Dogecoin did it with the hype and the Elon tweets. But it could be some solid projects and saying, you know what? We're going after people that's not even in crypto. Now, Clear Cryptos is one of those projects I think is working towards that. Definitely. Clear Cryptos. Check out Clear Cryptos on YouTube channel. And definitely a good educational place to be to learn how crypto is all about. Now, thank you, Real Love the Channel. Wish you would do more lives. Yeah, I'm working on doing more lives. I had a death in the family yesterday, so I was kind of dealing with a lot of that today. And I kind of got away from family for a little bit, or at least from the situation for a little bit. And I started researching, and I was like, you know what? Let me go back when people were just jumping into crypto. And I ran across a lot of articles in Dogecoin, a lot of articles in Shiba. And I looked at some of the utility and the fundamentals. There wasn't any. It was just community and hype, basically. That's all it was. So what I'm thinking is, I'm like, I think that could happen again. Now, is that good or bad for crypto? I think it depends on the project, I guess. It depends on what they do with it, you know. And Click Crypto is definitely not hype. It's solid fundamentals. You got a solid team behind it. You got an experienced team behind it. You got content creators that are creating content on a daily, weekly basis. And you need more projects like Clear Crypto that is not only teaching the fundamentals, but they're actually reaching a new target audience for the average person. So that's where you need more projects that's doing that. All I'm saying is you're still going to have one or two projects out there that it's going to be hype, and that may bring more people back to crypto. And then maybe that could be a positive thing because, okay, let's say Project A, they have all the hype, they bring more people in, but then they start looking around. Oh, Clear Cryptos. I didn't know anything about Clear Cryptos. I got in here because of a hype of another token. Let's say Hype Token 1. I say Hype Token 1 got the person in there. The average person that works 9 to 5, you know, he's got 3 kids, a wife, but he got in because of a hype. All right. While he's in there, he finds Clear Cryptos, making an example, right? And he's like, well, this is a good place to be. I'm going to learn how to trade. I'm going to learn how to invest. I'm going to learn to research on other projects on Clear Crypto. So that could be a way of how you can tie in there. So I'm a positive person. I always look at a positive angle in somewhere. I'm always looking at the positive angle because it's always some positive. Even right now, there is somewhat of a positive angle. I get it. There's cryptos up and down. There's FTX. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that's crazy. I get it. But my thing is right now is the time to find the gems, the blue chips, and maybe a meme coin or two to kind of get in and grow up with it and then be ready for a spike. I'm just saying, or there's good projects like Avalanche, Clear Crypto, Polygon Matic. I'm a big fan. XRP, Binance, they all low. This may be a time to really research, find out the fundamentals, and say, all right, I'm going to put some money here and over here. All right. This is the time to do it because it's low, it's cheap, and you're early. But anyway, how you got in, it could have been a hype. Because think about it. We got a lot of new investors from Dogecoin and Shiba in terms of into crypto. The hype, I get it. It could be good or bad. I get all that. But we got a lot of eyes into crypto. We got them in. And you get them in through hype. I get it. Because some people don't like hype. I'm all about getting people in and educating them to the places they want to go so they can grow. Right? So you may end up getting a hype project from whatever. I don't know. But you get them in and then you be like, oh, we've seen Clear Cryptos, Polygon Matic. Love Polygon Matic. You see over there in Avalanche. I really like Avalanche technology, guys. I do like Avalanche. Everrise, something like that, and you're like, okay, let me go ahead and park over here. Because let's say Everrise, Avalanche just doesn't have the reach of marketing. They don't have the reach or they don't have the attention. They don't have the attention, And I think that people are scared of it, but you got to give the right attention to get people in. Sometimes hype works. Sometimes hype doesn't work. A lot of people got into Shiba because of hype. Because it was like, oh my God, they're doing this, doing this, doing this, doing this. It was built on hype. But it got people in. Now we got it. We got to be like, all right, we got to teach you. We got to learn. You got to learn the ABCs of cryptocurrency. All right. The NFT game, all that kind of stuff. What's up, Zach? I saw prayers of you. Miss you. You're down in Miami. Listen, man, I was getting ready to go to Miami, literally. I was getting ready to go, and that's when I got the call. And I was like, man, I can't go down there. And I was ready to go. I got my ticket and everything. I was just going to drive down. I'm only a few hours away. So I was going to come down, and then I got the call, and I was like, man, I can't go down there. So now I think I think the funeral is going to happen. I think this weekend. Right now, it's just family, just kind of like, everyone's just kind of, just getting through it. So I'm just showing support and, trying to be positive, man, because it's very easy to be negative and it's good. But I'm really a positive person by trade, by nature, energy, excitement, teaching, all that kind of thing. But I always try to find a good positive way of it. I mean, she lived to like 90, what was 98? She lived a long life, and I hope to live that long too. I do. And man, I remember her, and think about her. The only cryptocurrency you ever heard of was Shiba. She's like, I don't know cryptocurrency, but I know about the Shiba dog. 98-year-old, 98. Shiba. She knew Shiba. Guys, I didn't tell her. She said she just heard about it. She said she heard about it. I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her. And I started thinking, like, how the hell did she know about this? And didn't even hear about Bitcoin. Didn't know about Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the ones that we know, the top one. Never heard of it. Shiba dog. That's where I remember. She was like, I know about some Shiba dog. How's that doing? I want to buy some. And that was it. It was like, I want to buy some. It wasn't just I know about it, but it was an extra move. I want to buy some. I'm sitting here like thinking, how? And I'm sitting there thinking, not only a cryptocurrency got a fundamentals, you gotta get your shit out there, man. You gotta get your shit out there, bro. You gotta get out there. I see Zach Humphreys. I remember Zach was in the beginning. Man, yeah, Zach. You got Crypto Shop. You gotta get your stuff out there. Good dudes in the chat. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button. Yes, I'll do more lives. Absolutely. Just telling you as it is. I mean, I'll show you some things. I got some pretty pretty life lesson stories. You know, the time that, let me tell you real quick. Some of you guys may know, like Shiba back in 2000, I was told to buy Shiba. I turned it down. It was November, December. Friend of mine said, "Hey, I just got billions of this thing called Shiba." I did not buy it. I was like, nah, I'll just get my XRP, my Polygon, right? I ain't buy it. He bought loads of it back in October, November, and I didn't buy it. Finally, I got some around January, February, but I played it so safe. I'm like, I'll just put $100 in. $100 in Shiba was, you know, you got a little bit. And all I know was my friend called me back again later on and said, bro, you need to load up, because he loaded up more. Now he's a multi-millionaire right now, obviously. So multi-millionaire. He was buying Shiba back in November 2020. He was just loading up. He was loading up, and he's a multi-millionaire. So, but anyway, but I'll finish the story here. The mainstream media stories of millionaires being made, bro. That's what made Shiba famous. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, they did. And my friend, he was part of that. Yep. Yeah. But then it was the stories, but still they got it out there. But I agree with you saying there as well. I mean, it was the hype, it was the stories of like the average person becoming a millionaire in SHIB, but the information did get out there. All I'm saying is somehow your information has to get out there to grab people's attention. If it's good or bad, it's attention. You know, you got to give, either people gonna love you or hate you. You know, you got to have some type of attention to you, whatever you're trying to do. You just have to, you know, if you're trying to succeed there. But I definitely agree with you on that, because the average, hey, grandma, that ain't person say, I heard of a Shiba. I'm like, how the hell did you hear about that? She never told me where she heard it from. She just said, I just need to buy it. But I do agree there was a lot of millionaires was made off Shiba, because the people who bought it in 2020 and just holding through the cold. And but yeah, what made your friend think Shiba was gonna blow before everyone else does? He said that to him. He said, like, to him, I'm trying to remember how he said it. He said that, you know, some project, and I think he bought a couple of them. I think he bought Dogecoin Mars. He bought Keisha Inu, Shiba, and it was something else. It was something else. He loaded it up, guys. He said, buy. He said, listen, Adam, buy one of these. It was Dogecoin, Kishu, and Shiba. He said, buy one of these. He said, buy. He said, just put $200 in there. And at that time, guys, this was 2020. At that time, I was XRP. Bro, I was completely XRP. You couldn't tell me anything. It's XRP, VeChain. I'm trying to remember what it was that I had like in my wallet. Like, I was just like, that's all I was doing. And I was doing, back then I was doing content over, you know, XRP, VeChain, Ethereum, you know, kind of the blue chips, you know, the top 50, the top 100. He called me one day. He said, I'm buying Dogecoin Mars, Kishu, Shiba, and it was a fourth of them. I can't think of what the other one was. I can't think of it. He told me to buy them. It was 2020, and he called me back early 2021. He's like, I'm buying Dogecoin Mars. I'm like, Dogecoin Mars? He's like, yeah. Now he's like, yeah, we're just gonna put $100 in there and see what happens. And then what happens is, I think he saw something in there. He saw something in there, and he put like maybe a couple of grand. He put a couple of grand in Shiba back in the day. Imagine that. So, and he never sold. He only sold when the pump happened. And I remember he called me later on when the big pump happened. He was like, hey, how'd your bag? And I'm sitting here like, it's all right, man. I made some money off Shiba. I really did. And he was just like, listen, he told me my life has changed. He said, remember back in the early or late 2020, I told you to buy Kishu Inu, Dogecoin Mars, and Shiba. He said, just choose one, put $100 in one of them. He said, choose one. And I didn't choose any of them. Now, from there, I really learned that you always do your research and check things out. And he said, just put $100 in there. Just Put as much as you're willing to lose. At then I didn't. I didn't start really to the memes until really early 2021. And Shiba was my first. Well, Dogecoin was my first. I did have a little Dogecoin, but he told me to buy it, man. He did. He really did. A couple of times. Now, the second time I was like, yeah, I'm going to get it, but I didn't take it seriously. I'm like, put my $100 in there. And at the time, Shiba, the only how you can buy Shiba was the Coinbase wallet. You couldn't buy it on any exchange. It was, bro, you had to put the contract address. You had to find this motherfucker. You couldn't find Shiba. Shiba was hard as hell to find, bro. It was. I do remember. I'm like, I can't find this. Where is this? And he was like, he told me how to find it and all this other stuff. I couldn't find that damn thing. I could not find Shiba. So I put $100 in there. It was billions. I mean, it was a lot, man. It was a lot. But at that time, it had a bunch of zeros in there. I was like, what the hell is all these zeros? Because she was worth nothing. It was early January. It might have been late December that I got it. I got to remember exactly. It could have been like really around Christmas time. But what I'm trying to say is I didn't take it seriously because it was a meme. Dogecoin has not hit yet. I had a little Dogecoin back in the day just because. And Dogecoin was hard to find too. This project was not easy to buy at all. No way at all. Now projects now you can find them now. The good ones you can easily find. You can find them a little easier. But anyone else feel like they need friends? Yeah, man. It was this guy, man. He was like, man, buy this. He said buy it. And I didn't take it seriously. I asked a bunch of questions like, why should I buy this? I love VeChain. I love XRP. Stellar Lunas was another one that I like. And I was trying to sell those to him. He sat back there like this. Buy Shiba, Dogelon, and Keisha. He kept repeating that. I was selling him. Yeah, you need to get XRP. It's going to change the game and what the utility. I was selling it back to him. He sat back there. It was quiet on the phone. Never going to forget this. Bro, buy Shiba or Dogelon Mars. Okay. He just kept repeating it. And I was like, man, nah, man, you crazy. You're crazy. I was like, I think about it. And then later on, I finally did. And I got Shiba. Eventually, I did get Dogelon Mars and Kishu. I did eventually got those. But man, if I would have put more in it, I could afford to lose. You may be looking at a multi-millionaire right now, like multi-millionaire. Because I looked at that and the hype, and you're right, Crypto Shop. Yeah, we get along. Absolutely. No question. The crazy part is that Shiba was Dogecoin killer. You're right. 100%. But they literally were the same, just a set of supply ship. Absolutely. Love Crypto Shop, man. Check out his YouTube channel as well. Great education there on a daily basis. Absolutely. You're so right. Yes, Crypto Shop. Friends, we have Adam. I'll go. Yeah. Is Pyro dead? From what my understanding, they just actually went to a V2. So no, they're not dead. Actually, they are they're actually lighting it up right now. So they just actually migrated to a V2, V3, I think. And so now they're gonna have staking because their old contract didn't allow them to produce staking and the things they want to do. So now, I mean, Pyro is a true burn concept. It's moving right now. I was in their Telegram earlier, and they're pretty excited about it. The community is really hyped about the future of Pyro. So that's good. Congratulations to Pyro. Damn, you must be kicking yourself. Yeah. Guys, I remember, and I told the story before, when he told me, and he was like, man, how much do you got? He was telling me, like, how much you got? And I did look, and I was like, I did all right. I didn't tell him the number. He's like, you didn't buy as much as you need to. I was like, I bought a little bit. And that's when he's like, bro, like Shiba alone, he was a multi-million. Now get this. Kishu Inu did pump too. You remember Kishu pump, and then eventually Dogelon Mars pump. He hold all of them. He was like a top 10, 15, 20 holder. I don't know the count, but I know he bought a lot of that. So not only he made money off Shiba, he made money off two other ones. And guys, That's not telling the other ones he did not tell me. He was sitting there like, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy this. He just put $100 in there and he's just like, hey, I'm just gonna leave and see what happens. And whew, man, the hype was real. The hype was real. Yes, I'm checking the BRL. Yeah, I'm checking that out. I'm like what I'm seeing. I'm still doing some research on them, but like what I'm seeing, absolutely. Like what I'm seeing from them. I looked at the taxes. I looked at some of the fundamentals. Yeah, I'm doing like more research on that. So I appreciate you letting me know about that. Absolutely. Willie, I missed the migration. Cost me 10. Oh man. Yeah, they actually put it out on their Telegram and Twitter. And I tweeted about it. I said, hey, Pyro is getting ready to migrate. So only because I saw it, I just want to let people know if they were holding it. Well, they needed to migrate their tokens. So just to kind of let you know. But yeah, I was one of those first 100 holders in Shinja and sold my bag. Yeah. And okay, so that's another one, guys. Shinja, I got in early as well. The Shinja crew, I remember they were hitting up one of my lives up pretty good. And at that time, I was really heavily into Saitama. And I was good. I had a good bag on Saitama. And I finally got into Shinja, and Shinja were nothing like before the pumps and things like that. So I bought a good sized bag of Shinja. I didn't buy it as big as I could have, but yeah, Shinja was good as well. Shinja was good. Shiba Doge. There's a few other ones that was really there. Shiba Doge, I was there when they first opened. I was there when they first opened. They came on the channel. They were like, hey, man, we have this project called Shiba Doge. We're going to unite this and this together. I was like, yeah, let's do AMA. And I think they were only open maybe a week. They were a week old. They were a week old. They barely had holders, man. I remember they just got started. And then they had a big pump. And then obviously they're trying to do some things. But yeah, captain of king of being early. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of them. There's but Vault. I remember Pablo Crow, good friend, and another guy. I can't think of his name. I was there in Vault when they were just a Disney doll. They're nothing what they are now. They were just like at that time, they were just trying to hang on. They're like, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be around for a while. At that time, the thinking there. And Pablo. Honestly, Pablo is a true Vault. He's been there. Him and I can't think of the other guy's name. I can't think of his name. I know he is. They literally was there since the beginning, bro. They really were. It was them, and it was maybe 10, 15 other like hardcore like people. It's nothing where they are right now. Vault remind me of Shinja had a really strong, and they still do have some traditional members, but they had a strong community. And if you think about it, Vault, Shiba Doge, and Shinja was built around the same time towards the end of 2021, like the October, November, December, around there ish. They were built around that time, a little bit after Saitama was starting to get things going. And I really think Saitama really helped some of these other projects give them confidence because Saitama started to build their community. And then that's when Vault, Shiba Doge, Shinja, a few other ones start coming in. Few other ones start coming in. I was like, man, I was starting to see it. Now, some of them didn't last. Some of them are gone. I get it. But, Vault was there, man. Shout out to Vault because they came a long way, guys. What they're doing there is unbelievable. And it's all community, but their dev is like he's a workaholic. And he really is. I seen the work in the beginning, man. And yeah, I saw it. I mean, I was like, yeah, y'all gonna be all right. But yeah, short-lived, definitely not longer as Saitama. Yeah. And Saitama, obviously, I wasn't the first one in Saitama. I got in there like a couple of months later. Jay Gagan was one of the people there. Holistic Crypto. Hinnock got in a little bit later. That's what I saw. And then you start seeing like everybody else. start talking about, because at that time Shiba was like stealing everybody's thunder. It was just Shiba and everybody else. Saitama came around. They're like, you know what? We're gonna do reflections. And I was like, reflections. Now, Keisha Inu had reflections at the time too, but there wasn't a lot of projects doing reflections. And people were like, what's reflections? Well, it's a way you can earn by holding. And I think Saitama built that community, and man, that sucker went, that thing went start to fly. It really did. And Jay Gagan, man, shout out to Jay Gagan. He was like, he's like, man, I'm gonna stay in this. I'm gonna give content on this, and shout out to him, man. See, and the profits he earned that, man, guys. He earned that, because I remember he was like, at that time, he was the only consistent person out there that was doing stuff on them. I got in later, just a little bit after he did, and then you start seeing other ones, of course. But man, shout out to him, man. He earned everything. He earned it, man. That just like Steve Rocket Crypto, the Steve Rocket Crypto, the Europops, you know, back in the Shiba stuff. They earn what they're doing. Europop are probably sitting on the damn island drinking the Mai Tai right now. That man's got pockets. Man, that man's got pockets. Seriously. Because remember, Europop, if y'all remember, he had a full-time job. Remember? Because I watched a couple of them. I was like, he would literally do a shit video and go to work. He would get up in the morning, say, guys, I got to go. We're going to the moon. And we would literally go to work, and he would come back. He was a grinder, bro. Remember that? Some of you guys remember. He was a grinder. He would do a video in the morning, go to work, and come back and do it again. That was, yeah. The Austin Hilton was there. Zach Humphreys, obviously, they were a master of covering SHIB. But yeah, I do remember that. And but yeah, they really, they deserve it, man. They were in it. They educate people the best way they could. They entertain you. They educate you based on what was happening. And then, you know, Shiba blew up, and then whew, it really changed people's lives. Yes, I get it was the hype. They really changed people's lives. They woof, that damn thing, man. Woof. It really did. It really did. But all I'm saying is I agree with what everybody's saying. I think you definitely need solid fundamentals. Europop scored on SHIB and Saitama. He did, man. I used to follow him because he started off with stocks. He did. That's right. He started with stocks, and he was serious with the stocks. He was serious with them, and he moved over to SHIB a little bit later, and he was just a man. He was just a guy. He was just a man. I remember Europop was just a grinder. He was like, man, I'm gonna cover SHIB. Go back in his early. If you go to his channel, go back in the old videos. You'll see he was getting ready to go to work, come back in. He would do these late night AMAs and all this other stuff. Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, you know, shout out to Europop, Austin Hilton, the shop, Zach Humphreys, Zach Reddings. It was on the Zach Chris Reddings. What's his first name? Can't remember his name. Chad Reddings. Chad Reddings was on that stuff too, man. He was on there. And there's some other guys, obviously, yeah, that was covering it. But man, shit really, really changed the game, guys. It did. It brought a lot of people into crypto with the hype. I get it. It brought a lot of people who never would have bought Bitcoin. They're like, Bitcoin's too expensive. I'm not buying Bitcoin. Because I would hear that a lot. Because back when I was like trying to get, you know, I was just trying to get like a family member. I remember I would mention, hey, I just got VeChain. They were like, it's boring. That's what I would get back. So I would say, hey, you know, how you doing, Adam? Yeah, man, you know, I just got VeChain. I love the technology. I love what they're doing. Nah, it's boring. Or what is a VeChain? All this kind of stuff. But then months later, when I said, hey, I just bought SHIB, and this is when the hype started. Oh my God, I gotta get SHIB. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. He probably did. Yeah, he probably did. I believe it. 100% believe it. He's called a lot of stuff early too. Austin has. So has Zach. Crypto Shop. A lot of these guys have called things early. You know, just kind of listening and, you know, really, really paying attention to what was going on. I think now you're looking at more of the projects that's delivering solid fundamentals, that's transparency, that's actually teaching people about crypto. And that's what Click Crypto, I know I keep saying it though, but really, I mean, it's probably one of the projects I would definitely look into if I'm getting into crypto. Because one, if you go on their YouTube channel, you're gonna see all this content on there. Two, if you go to the website, it's very slick, very easy. Got a swap and analytics page, and they got other things that's coming down the pipeline. It's a professional, it's very, very unique. It's really good. Oh, yeah. Yes, December DeMarco. Always December. Oh, yes. That. Oh my God. Yeah. Here's another one. You know what? We should have a SHIB Hall of Fame. Like I should find all the, you know what's a good idea, man. Because I did a couple of tribute videos. I think like everybody who was in the space, and I need to do one again, but I think a lot of people. This December DeMarco was um, another guy that, yeah, he was in there as well. It's a lot of guys. Hinnock, people mentioned somebody's mentioned Hinnock jumped. Hinnock was on Sheep too, but he really made his name off Saitama, doing the videos in his closet and things like that. Got a chance to meet Hinnock. Good guy, guys. He's a good guy. Met him in person, met him at the Saitama event. He's a really good guy, lot high energy. Just really want to succeed. And now, he's really doing a really good job what he's doing, man. You know, but I had a feeling that Hinnock would succeed what he was doing because, he was different. It was different. So I met him at the Saitama event. A lot of energy, good dude. Really, really, really do. I'm subscribed to December. Yeah. And December, he'll do his live like behind like a piano. I would say, man, you look like you're doing a live behind a piano, but that's another good dude. Man, it's a lot of good guys. I mentioned this, crypto is not dead, but it's not dead, man. It's not dead. It's not dead, but you definitely need to be aware of direction where it's going. And you got a lot of people out there day and night. They're actually out there trying to not only help you with crypto, teaching you, educating you with crypto, but they're helping you out with, other things to deal with it. If it's entertaining you or educating you, if it's a B Roots, I like B Roots. B Roots is fun. He brings a lot of fun to crypto. I think you need to have a good balance. I don't think Cuffin the Dip was another guy, and I met him too. Good dude too. Another good guy. Met Crypto Vern. It's a lot of guys. I haven't heard of Crypto Vern in a while, but a lot of good guys. I met Empress, Crypto Empress. She was there. She was shorter than what I thought she was, but high energy, really good person. So I met Crypto Empress at the Saitama event. One thing the Saitama event did, I understand it didn't go the way we would like it to go. We got a chance to meet a lot of people, man, for the first time, and met a lot of people there, and it was really cool. That's the first time I, met, Zach, and Austin was there. Yeah. Remember, Zach, you were still teaching at the time. I don't know if he's still on here. Man, I remember I had a conversation with him, and I looked at him. I was like, bro, we're going to have to leave our job. At that time, I was working part-time at the time at the college. I was working at the college at that time, was part-time. And I looked at it, I was like, man, we may have to leave. We have to leave our jobs. Because at that time, crypto was definitely like, people were really, really was into it. And, but shout out to Zach Humphreys, man. Good guy. Only 1 year changed a lot of people. Only 1 year changed a lot of people's lives. Get ready for the next bull run. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely going to happen at some point. I think the people that's still in it, I think they're more educated. They're going to do better things. They're going to do different things differently. And that's all you can ask for is people doing things different with your education and knowledge that you have. Drip Network for life, baby. And that's cool, man. Hang on to that if you like, continue researching. Just don't give up on the project. Don't invest into a project and just forget about it. You better stay up on that, man. You put your money into it. You might as well like look into it, make sure you get educating and stuff, because many times people will put money into something And let's say a couple of weeks later, they decided to do a migration, right? And they'll come back and be like, man, what happened? Well, then you come back and tell them, hey, the project decided to migrate their tokens. They're going to upgrade their service. And that's when, they missed the deadline and they're upset. So that's one thing I really learned is pay attention to your investment, diversify, obviously, not really necessarily giving you financial advice. I'm just giving you the things that I learned. Learn some basic trading, at least some basic trading as well. You don't have to be an expert, but at least the basics, just the basic stuff. Learn how to read an Etherscan or BSC scan, just the basics of it. Just base at least the basics. And this is the time to go, all right, got Etherscan. This is what this means. This is what the contract address is doing. Just the basic stuff of it. Yep. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people that kind of brought in. But I'm telling, like I started this live, there will be one or two projects that's going to steal attention. Now, could it be SHIB and Doge again? It could, perhaps. Perhaps it could. It could just be those two again. Maybe a tweet happens and it just kind of blows up a little bit. But I just got a feeling, man, and just I'm not trying to start any fun. I'm not trying to start any problems. I just feel that there will be like one or two projects or so that's gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna get this attention today. We still in this attention. And I think people are going to go to that project or two, and then they're going to look around. It's almost like a new house, and not many people are checking out this house. But all of a sudden, something about that house start getting attention. The whole house is flooded, but inside the house, you have all these different rooms that they didn't know. And those different rooms are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Clear Cryptos, VeChain. It's all these rooms. They're like, oh, I didn't even know anything about VeChain or Clear Cryptos. I didn't even know. But how you got in the house was probably, the hype or somebody told you, whatever. So I'm just saying there's another way of getting inside the house. You can have the best fundamental project, but somehow you got to get them in the door. You got to get the attention. You got to do something to at least get them there. And then once they're there, they'll be like, oh man, Clear Crypto's got a terrific swap, good team members, good fundamentals. I'm loving what they're doing in terms of their future plan, their vision. And then there you go. There you go. Because a lot of people, they got SHIB, and then they're like, I really like this one, but I never would have got into it if it wasn't for SHIB. I think Cronos is going to blow up. Yeah, I remember Cronos was called Crypto.com. Remember it was just Crypto.com? Remember that? So anyway, but yeah, Cronos is probably worth nothing right now. And you know what? I'm starting to see Doge is pumping a little bit. Well, Doge has pumped a little bit. Seems like the market is pumping. Oh, speaking of that, guys, the market is pumping up a little bit right now. As we speak, I just noticed the market is starting to pump a little bit. So just let you know, I'm not trying to start anything because people are like, well, it's a death trap or it's a trap. I'm just telling you, it's green. It's green across the board. If you go look, check it out. Check it out. I'll even show you. Be transparent with you. Let me go ahead. Let me see. What are you feeling about Kishu Inu? I hadn't heard anything about him. I haven't heard nothing for Kishu. Nothing. Ain't heard nothing. Let me check out their Twitter. I'm gonna see if they're still alive. God, man, they were, you know what? They were that one that wanted to challenge. They were the one that wanted to challenge Shiba. I actually thought at one point like Kishu could be like a smaller version of Shiba, but I don't know what happened. I guess I don't know. I looked at their Twitter; they're still there, but man, I just think there was maybe some disconnect of why they didn't. Hard to find them. It's like a lottery. Talking about the gems, yeah. It's tough to find that one that just checks so many boxes. But sometimes it's the ones that you never expect. You're like, how the hell did this thing 10x? You look at it like, how the hell did this 15x? But I'm looking at a couple of them here, like BR Bull Run here. Definitely has potential here. But I just like finding solid projects, man, and especially if they have some positivity, they have some potential. I like finding those early projects, man. I like finding those early projects that no one's talking about, or they're like, "Oh, why are you buying this?" No, I missed on a few. I missed, but the ones I missed, I didn't really invest much into. So my thing was invest as much as you're willing to lose, and then if I lost it, I lost it. If I gained, I gained it. But I only invest what I was willing to lose. So yeah, I missed on a few. You're gonna miss on a few. You're gonna miss. You're gonna miss on a few of them. You're gonna gain on some. I think you stay in this game long enough, educate yourself, and really, you're gonna win more than you lose. That's just my opinion. You stay in the game long enough, you're gonna win more than you lose. Just saying. That's just me. You're gonna win more than you lose. Just cost me 2K to learn that migration lesson. Yeah, yeah, I'll make it back. I'll make it back by following you. Yeah, the migration. Yeah, the migration can be a killer because you may forget about it, or maybe like, hey, I forgot to even invest into this thing. I think Saitama is building for when the bull run comes. They're gonna drop something every week. I guess we'll see. They still have a ton of holders, man, and they still got a lot of people that really believes in them. They still do, man. Love them or hate them, they still got people. They still got holders, man, that really really love Saitama, man. Despite what I say, you say what I think, they still gonna have the holders. They still got a base. I mean, I'm looking at right now, and it's still there. Now it wouldn't what it used to be. I'll tell you that, but it's still there. They still got people. Those tools, absolutely. So yeah, if I look here, let me check this out real quick. Okay, so that's Shiba Inu. Wow, look at that 5 billion market cap. That's crazy. But if I go to coin market cap, it's pumping up a little bit. You see some green here. All right, look at the Ethereum may hit 1200. Could hit 1200, but I can see that consolidating back some, to be honest with you. But it's good that it's pumping. That's good. I mean, hey, green is always good. Don't care what's going on. People are like, what's a fake out? Listen, green is good. Yeah, I mean, green is never bad. I mean, it's just to me, it's not bad. It just means you may need to make a move or don't make a move. Is a hidden gem. I've been seeing about that gems. Why is it a hidden gem? What makes that hidden? What makes that spectacular? I mean, on that DJ play you were on tonight. Oh, yeah, really? Ah, yeah. 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 Man, man, I can understand because I think people has been burned by projects that let them down. People, I get it. I get it, man. I get it. I get why people won't invest into project A because maybe they feel like it's not going to do well, or project that does check every box: fundamentals, utilities, roadmap, talented dev team, good vision, but still don't invest into it because you're still afraid. Thoughts on Ethereum, Lydian Finance. Ethereum. I remember getting Ethereum early and getting out of it. I do agree there. But Ethereum is supposed to be having some utility coming out this month. So waiting to see what that's gonna look like. I'm kind of waiting. I'll be honest with you, I'm just kind of researching Ethereum. I'm just kind of thinking. I'm doing my research. I got nothing really negative to say. I'm just kind of just observing. I'm just observing. And it's Lilian Finance, same thing. Just observing. Just observing. I'm still just researching them. I'm still researching them and looking at an opportunity in them. So, but I have nothing negative really to say about both of them. Both of them had their ups and downs. They've had their ups and downs, no question. But they're still around. They're still there. They're still working on their vision. I'm just kind of watching and just researching. Nothing negative to say about them. Absolutely nothing at all. So I'm in on that DJ and play. You were in, man, like, man. See, I know because I think this space now has been let down. So when you are talking about a certain play, they always think it's going to be a rug pull, or they'll mention things that they got rug pull, or things that that, whatever. I think I think you just gotta allow it to happen. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. If you feel it's gonna happen, if you feel a project you invest into, blue chip, meme coin, whatever, you feel like it's going to do well in the future, stand up. Be proud of that. You shouldn't let nobody really fudge you out of your stuff. That's what I never understood. If I did my research and I invest into Project A, and I'm like, I feel good about it. I'm not gonna let any FUD necessarily get me out of that. Not at all. What are your thoughts on Wolverine You? Well, I was looking at them actually the other day. It's very interesting you said that. They got a game that's coming out. Now, this is Meta Brawl type game that they're behind. Vault Inu's in there, Shiba Inu's in there, Hulk Inu's in there. Shout out to Hulk Inu. I'm kind of waiting too, but if you go look at Wolverine, some of these projects just kind of sitting back and waiting. I learned so much on some of the ones that I may not just ape into them. I'm sitting back there observing. I'm just watching, or add more to my position. Some of them I got a little bit in there, but I'm kind of like, I'm just researching. I'm just watching. Sometimes it may be best to just wait. Now, sometimes it's best that you need to jump on. Now, Wolverine, they're still around, man. They're still around. In fact, they said, I'm looking at their Twitter page right now, and let me check it out. This is Wolverine right there. So this is Wolverine right here. I think a buy that came in about a week ago, but they're one of those projects, wait and see what happens. Join the Telegram group, if you want to get more information. But this is what I was really, really looking forward to. I think this right here, guys, that game there, that's what I'm waiting on. I've known about this game for a long time. I've known it for a while. They bring that game out there. Let's talk. We will continue the discussion. So I'm just waiting for the game to come out, to be honest with you. And then a few other things as well. But yeah, we'll see. And this was just out a couple of days ago. It's got potential, just like any project like there. It's got potential. But check it out. They literally have, look, you got Shinja, you got Vault, you got Shiba. All this is going to be in a game together. Now tell me what game that that has Vault and Shiba in there. So and I think Hulk, they didn't show Hulk is going to be in there as well. So if I go back over if I go back here a minute, you're going to have Vault Inu, meta tokens in there. Wow, how did they get in there? Wow, I did not even realize they were in there. The Meta Brawl universe, because I thought it was all Inu tokens. I really thought it was all Inu tokens. I'm really surprised that Meta token made the cut. I'm really surprised, but Zizou's in there. Interesting. I'm ready for that game to come out. I am just ready. Yep. So to answer the question, just waiting, being patient. Yep. Bone and Vault are my blue chips. Yeah, man, they are definitely on that, that path to become that one day. And both of them. Both of them have that potential to be that one day. I'm not saying they're not that today, but one day they got that potential. I mean, could they happen? It could, in time, over time, they could be in your top 100. Bone being connected with Shiba definitely helps them out tremendously. And what Vault's done after all this time has been unbelievable. Has been absolutely crazy. Being absolutely crazy. So yeah. So I mean, to me, like before I end this, crypto is not dead. It definitely is it's going through a lot of challenges. It's definitely scary for a lot of new investors coming in. But the solid fundamental projects will win the race. The ones it's just slow and steady, they will win the long-term race. All I'm saying, you're going to have one or all. I'm also saying you're going to have one or two that's just going to get attention. Now, it could be Sheba and Doge once again. Maybe those are two that just comes back and just get everybody's attention again. But you're going to get one or two people that the media is going to be talking about. You're going to have Johnny from, from construction, hardworking guy saying, I just bought this with $200. You're going to have that guy. So that's all I'm trying to say is, and I don't think it's dead. I think other things are coming down the pipeline. But yes, if Saitama lists XRP tomorrow to the moon, we'll see. Hey, Adam, it's Vault. Man, I just remember Vault in the beginning, man. Shout out to the Vault community. Deserve all the success. And I'm being honest, because you started with nothing. And that's a lot of people don't know. They sitting there dissing Vault, dissing that. Man, Vault started with nothing, guys. Nothing. And to where they are right now, $100 million market cap, they started with nothing. I admire that. Yes, they went through some ups and downs, but they started with nothing. Nothing. Fake had local change with some sick utility. And Fake Token was another one back in the day. I think that was the other one that he might invest into, my friend, as well. I think it might have been Fake Token. Fake Token was mentioned around that time. So anyway, guys, have a good night. I'll be back for more live action. I got some things to really share with you on the next stream. Definitely continue doing your research and not financial advice, of course, but I'm just letting you know, you're going to see one or two that could really grab your attention. Just be ready to make the right decisions, and nothing's promised, but when it happens, what happens. So wherever you're holding, I do hope it does well. The Captain Adam Shelton here. I'm signing out. I'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.